What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Dundalk Trapp podcast. We've been missing a few days. You could blame it on a couple people, but we're back. And I think we have a good day today. Me and Gio fucking smoked it this weekend. The 5 unit max was a slip up. It was a horrible bet. Didn't work out well, but yeah, move on from it. We still profited this weekend, and me and Gio, like I said, killed it. Ray was ghosting us. It is what it is. But before we start, how you guys doing?
Doing good.
Glad to be back finally on here.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
can't find plays and but sorry, we're back hopefully for the rest of the week.
Gio or
Another weekend, another making more money than Ray, so that's all I care about.
Gio, you went
You
two
got
of
some
them?
you had some good football plays this weekend.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't share them
Huh.
because
typical?
you didn't want to do
Probably
the podcast.
Bills plus 30.5, some shit like that. But it is what it is. Like I said, there's some turmoil, some fighting this weekend. Like I said, Ray ghosted people and I think thought he was Hollywood, but
No,
it is what it is.
no,
Hopefully Ray's with us all week. Ray
I will
being
be.
like Ray's being like Gio when he was out with his boys the one night and told us he didn't want to come on. So we'll have to see what Ray does moving forward. But I think Gio's locked in. I think Gio's more locked in than Ray right now. So we'll have to see. What would you say, Gio? You think?
I think I'm locked in.
I agree.
Feeling
Are
good
you
lately.
are you more locked in than Ray? Would you say?
100%.
Okay, I like that. I like right.
Even if he is more locked in than me, I'll still probably have a better week than him.
We'll see.
All right.
I already know
Well,
what's gonna happen tonight.
Gio. Oh, matter of fact, before we give out everybody's 3 plays, Gio and Ray, you give out your plays for tonight. You give out Gio, you give out your one play. Ray, you give out your one play, and then we'll do the other. You guys can do the other two because I'm gonna put that in the same video. You guys both talking about your bet tonight, so you can go.
Go ahead, Gio.
I got TCU plus 13. They are not gonna get that ass whooped. They're gonna keep it a close-ish game. I'm not saying it's gonna be a close game, but if it's a shootout, I have confidence in TCU keeping it close. The total's at like 62, so they're already expecting it to be a fucking shootout. And especially with Ray, now that I know Ray's on Georgia minus 13, that's all you need to know. TCU plus 13. It's going to be a lock.
All right. Great explanation there, Gio.
Yep. And you're just going to
Um,
they love Stetson Bennett, who shouldn't even be playing college football anymore. But here we go.
well, he is. And we're going Georgia minus 13 or 12 and a half, whatever you can get it at. Number one defense is gonna, I think, actually shut Max Duggan down. I think this is his end to his career. He's done. He had a good run. But this number one defense didn't play that great last week, but they're not playing CJ Stroud and Marvin Harrison Jr. and stuff like that. So I think they shut him down, and Stetson Bennett, after being called out by his coach, plays much better than he did last week. I think this is a blowout, maybe like 41-10, something like that. Yeah, I think it's going to be the worst national championship game in a while, but good for me because, Georgia will be whooping that ass.
All right, that's good plays. It'll be interesting. I'll put that in the same video, and those videos did good last time, so I'll put both of you in the same video talking. It was a good explanation from Gio and Ray. I think both of you guys. Gio, you had a really good. I liked your explanation a lot. But
Yeah,
I'll
you
go
make it to
next. My 3 plays a day. Kenny McIntosh over 16.5 rushing yards. Max Duggan anytime touchdown. And Julius Randle over 2.5 3-pointers. Julius Randle's went over this in 7 of his last 8. He's played great basketball lately. The Knicks need him badly in this one, playing against one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. And the Bucks allow the 4th most 3-pointers to power forwards. Kenny McIntosh over 16.5 rushing yards. Went over this in 3 of his last 4. They didn't run the ball that much in their game against Ohio State. He split carries with the other back. And I think in this one, he gets the ball more. TCU's run defense isn't great, and Georgia will have to mix it up more. carrying the ball a little bit more and kind of trying to keep TCU off balance because they don't have a great run defense. And my last one, Max Duggan, anytime touchdown, plus 140. He scored a touchdown in 3 of his last 4 games, including 2 against Michigan. His run game has really helped TCU become who they are over the past few weeks. He didn't run as much earlier in the season, but he's been running a ton lately. And that's their only chance of winning, I think, with keeping him on his running the ball like CJ Stroud did against Georgia in the last matchup. And if their top running back, Kendra Miller, plays, he will be banged up. So Duggan, they're going to have to rely on Duggan's running a little bit more. So those are my 3 plays from the day. Whoever wants to go next can go.
I'll go. Well, my 2 plays are Predators money line and Kraken and Reg. The Predators, even though they're playing the Senators have been playing good. They've won 4 out of their last 6, but the Predators still have a better all-around team, and they've won 4 out of their last 5. They have much better experience on the ice. The Senators are a very young team. This probably is going to be plus odds. I got like minus 102 just because they're away, but this is a game the Predators know they should win. So Predators money line, and then Kraken and Reg. Seattle's been one of the most surprising teams in the league this year. They're 6-3-1 in their last 10, and they have won 4 out of their last 5. They score the 3rd most goals in the NHL, and they're like one of the best teams in the league at full strength. If they can keep these goal scoring numbers up, they should easily win this game. So Kraken and Reg and Predators money line. Those are my, and TCU plus 13. Those are my 3 plays.
All right. My 2 plays are Bucks plus 1.5 and Brock Bowers over 62.5 receiving yards. I think the Bucks, after losing getting blown out by the Hornets last game, come out strong. Giannis didn't play a lot, so he should be rested and ready to go. And they should beat this Knicks team who's due for a loss after winning 4 straight. And then Brock Bowers over 62.5. He kind of had a quiet game last game against Ohio State, but still hit this number. So I think they get him more involved and earlier in the game, so he should hit this number pretty easily, I think.
All right. The last play for the day, parlay. Mostly me. We mixed it up. Gio's hockey play and Ray's Georgia money line. But the parlay of the day, Grizzlies money line, Nuggets money line, Kings money line, Kraken money line, Georgia money line, Kenny McIntosh rushing yards, and Julius Randle over 2.5 3-pointers. So all money lines, Grizzlies, Nuggets, Kings, Kraken, Georgia, and Kenny McIntosh rushing yards, which is set at 60, and Julius Randle over 2.5 3-pointers made. I think we're 0-4 in our parlays. So you could use one. Ray got unlucky as the biggest leg or the least profitable leg. Did not hit for James Madison. And we need one. We need to hit one. I think we're gonna hit it tonight. The NBA games look pretty one-sided. Georgia should win, but Gio had a good explanation for TCU covering so that TCU could win. And it really, I think, will come down to the 2 props, which for my plays, hopefully they can cash. But you never know. They're not max plays, and max plays have never worked for me. I don't know why I did it on the TikTok, but tried it. Didn't work. We'll bounce back with another one. We had people talking trash to us. One dude came on saying how'd that work for you. Dude was like some trying to be a boxer on his TikTok, and he sucks. So plain and simple, we'll bounce back. He's a dweeb like Ray was this week, and we're gonna bounce back with the parlay. Are there any other plays you guys have or anything you want to talk about? We could talk about the Ravens and Lamar Jackson now that I'm not in Mexico and don't have to mute myself because I could honestly go on all day. Anything?
If Lamar doesn't play, we have no chance. If Lamar plays, we're gonna be in there dragging our nuts.
Yep.
Sunday Night Football.
Fully agree.
Win that game.
Fully agree.
The season's
Right.
over.
You're Frank the Tank, but a million times worse. And what's the term? Just worse. You're just worse. Would you think you agree with that, Gio?
Yeah, probably the most negative person I know.
But it's not good negatively. Frank's like funny. Ray's like angry. He wants Trace McSorley as our quarterback.
No.
And I really don't get it. Sean Clifford's coming out of Penn State after his 7th year. Him and Stetson Bennett I think are older than Lamar Jackson or just 1 year within distance. So, I mean, we could get them if you want.
I think Lamar's going to play, to be honest with you.
And Gio's
as
out.
Gio is Bel Air Wi-Fi.
Lamar's playing.
You don't. I don't know. Maybe, but even if he
Lamar's
does,
playing.
Rusty and
Jalen Hurts looked fine.
against
I think
the Giants, what third string defense?
the Bengals defense is not good.
Lou Amarillo is a good defensive coach.
The Bengals defense is not good. They already beat Lamar. They already beat the Bengals with Lamar once. They can do it again. If you think Lamar healthy, the Ravens have no chance. You're crazy. If
I don't
you
think they
truly,
have no chance. I think
well,
they
you just
have
said we're done. No, we have a
win.
chance. 100%. 100%. Welcome back, Gio. It's nice to see you.
Technical difficulties. My bad. My bad. Someone
While
was
you were
calling me.
gone, Ray said he would drop Lamar for Derek Carr in a heartbeat and
Nah.
would take that.
No, I didn't.
No, we were talking, Gio. You missed it. I said that Ray said we had no chance, and Ray said he never said that. And I said we have a 100% chance with Lamar playing. You can't say we don't. Lamar is
have
the
a
best player
chance.
on the field.
A
Lamar's the
slim
best player on the
chance.
field when he's out there. In this game, Lamar is the best player on the field when he's out there.
No, he's
Who's
not.
better than Lamar in this game?
Joe Burrow.
Well, you gave Lamar T. Higgins. If you gave Lamar Tyler Boyd as number 3, I think Lamar might throw for 1,000,000 yards that year. But it is what it is. Ray says no excuses or anything like that. So James Prochet running fluent routes, I think, is really fair. So we're not gonna make excuses this week. If Lamar's healthy and loses and struggles, we're
No,
gonna say
that
it.
I guarantee you will. Oh, the O line sucked. Oh, the coaching sucked.
I've never
Oh, the
once
play
said the O
calling.
lines. I
Oh,
never once said the O
the
line sucked.
receivers suck.
They do. They do. What? How can you sit here and say they don't?
I do think they
Their
suck.
number 1 receiver was a camp casualty from the Raiders, who are a dumpster fire. What?
Their starting quarterback has been out 6 games with a day-to-day injury.
A sprained PCL is not day to day.
Well, the John Harbaugh said
It
it was
affects everybody
day-to-day or
different.
week to week.
Because John Harbaugh's a dumbass. What? We're gonna criticize Lamar because John Harbaugh's saying stuff. John Harbaugh has never been good with injuries, regardless of who we're talking about. So don't blame Lamar because John Harbaugh comes out and says, yeah, he's going to play this week. No, John Harbaugh doesn't know shit. He's an idiot. Greg Roman's an idiot. I think they should fire the head coach and the offensive coordinator. I'm fine with McDonald if you bring in a good head coach. I think McDonald's fine. McDonald did a good job against the Bengals this week. And if the defense can play the same way, Ravens beat them. So for our arguments, the head coach sucks. You agree.
Yep.
The wide receiving core sucks. I don't.
Yep. I agree.
You agree?
Yep.
The offensive coordinator sucks.
Yep.
So don't call excuses when we're stating facts, because everything we say is factual.
And everything.
What quarterback in the league?
No
What quarterback in the league is doing more with less?
Field,
what quarterback in the league is doing more with less? Crickets, just like you were Saturday. Crickets, just like Saturday. What quarterback in the league does more with less, or does more even with the same amount? Nobody has a worse receiving core than the Ravens.
I mean, that's a.
So
Oh, I'm
what?
sorry. Other teams go out and get stuff. I think the GM sucks too. You can add that to the.
Okay, well, I think he's decent. I don't think he's great. I don't think he's horrible.
He's horrible.
He's not great. He has to prove me in the next 2 years. You cannot say he's horrible. He did, yes, the receiving issue was the saddest thing. I think that
Well, that's
dropped
your
him to
biggest
me.
issue. That's your biggest
Yes.
issue. The coaching
I said, yes,
is on him too.
Yeah. Like I said, they're going to have to make change after this year. They tried to hold on for too long. But team gets in the playoffs every year. Playoffs aren't good enough. That's why I said he's good. Good is not great. So he'll have to figure it out.
And Lamar is good and not great.
Lamar's great. Who are your great quarterbacks in the league?
Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe
No
Burrow.
Super Bowl. No Super Bowl. Keep going. You were about to say something stupid and you stopped yourself because you knew you were going to sound dumb, but who were you going to say?
No, you won't like it.
Who are you going to say?
No.
Now you're scared on the podcast. Ray's scared. Ray knows what he's going to say stupid, so he won't say it. Who were you going to say? Somebody who probably hasn't won a playoff game?
No, I was gonna say Tom Brady.
He looked great this year. If he's good, okay. Well, Ray just doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to this stuff. Chuck Clark's a great NFL player. And the Australian dude, I think, went back to Australia with more knowledge than he came to Mexico with. He learned a lot and he understood a lot. He respected me for it. He just asked me to keep it down, so I did. And now we're back. I think Lamar doesn't have to prove shit to anybody, to be completely honest with you. If I couldn't lie more, Lamar has not shit to prove. If Lamar leaves Baltimore, which is probably 50-50 right now, he will get paid money regardless. So Ravens will go back to being horrible. And you have to deal with that. Am I wrong? If Lamar leaves, Ravens are horrible.
There are the other options out there.
Derek Carr,
CJ Stroud.
you don't get a guaranteed top 3 pick. You don't.
No. Your great GM can make some moves.
Once again, that's just putting words in someone's mouth. Constantly said he's not great. He's good. He gets him in the playoffs. He has to be better. Next 2 years will tell. If not, he needs to go.
He inherited a playoff team. I mean, you really have to be bad to fucking fuck that up.
He inherited. The team was in his first year with Joe Flacco. Because Joe Flacco got benched, Lamar took over.
Lamar Jackson was Ozzie Newsom's last pick.
It was a combined pick. And Joe Flacco sucks. I know you were a huge Flacco fan. I'm fully aware of that. And
no,
if you don't,
Flacco did the same thing. Oh, he had a prove it playoff run. He won the Super Bowl and got paid. You think Lamar's going to do that? No.
That's what you think. I think it's very, very possible.
Joe Flacco didn't sit out. He was one of the toughest quarterbacks in the league. Played through injuries all the time.
And also knew how to fumble anytime anything got tough. He sucks. Joe Flacco had 1 Super Bowl run. Plain and simple. Imagine Lamar with Anquan Bolden, Torrey Smith, and Jacoby Jones going down the field making plays. They also got Joe Flacco, Steve Smith. If you don't think the Ravens have ever gotten Lamar an elite receiver, you're crazy. Who have they gotten him? Who? Please tell me, right? Add the list.
Your team shouldn't have to take 2 first-round picks with wide receivers and get fucked by both of them. Rashad Bateman is bad, and he gets hurt all the time.
He's not bad. He gets hurt.
And
He's gotten hurt. He's not bad.
Marquise Brown was a disaster.
Yeah, I agree. Fully agree. Rashad Bateman's not bad.
When he's out on the field, that is a bad receiver.
He's a bad receiver?
He never plays, Ben.
All right. Well, we'll see next year. In college, he didn't have those issues. It's a complete difference. Hollywood, they drafted Hollywood, who was hurt 24/7 in college, and he came to the NFL and didn't get hurt much. He played through a lot of stuff. Then they draft Rashad Bateman, who never was injured in college, and he got hurt. It sucks. It sucks on the GM. However, how does he know he's going to get hurt? Like,
how does he pass on AJ Brown, DK Metcalf for Marquise Brown?
Well, yeah, he missed.
Those 2 guys would fit in our offense better.
It was his first year.
Because Lamar's deep ball throwing accuracy is below average.
It's not below average. Now you're just talking. No, it's not.
Is.
Look up numbers. It's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not. Look up numbers. It's not. You're just making something up because you want to sound like the rest of the anti-Lamar dumbasses who have constantly been proven wrong. But keep going. What were you saying?
What was I
about AJ Brown? I told you DK Metcalf, AJ Brown. It was DeCosta's first year. Made a mistake. Took Hollywood.
Yeah.
And it also sucks.
Adafe Owe and Rashad Bateman in the same draft. That was a great fucking draft, wasn't it?
Well, always sucks. So
you have 2 first-round picks. Oh, this is going to be a great year. 2 first-round picks just to piss it away with a shitty D end and Rashad Bateman, who can't stay on the field, just like your quarterback, Lamar.
2 seasons. First 2 years, he didn't get hurt nearly ever. First 3 years, actually. Didn't get hurt until the playoffs. And
most quarterbacks do not get hurt ever, really.
Okay. If that's what you want to hear. Kyler Murray hurt.
And I think Lamar's better than him. I do not like Kyler Murray. No.
I'm not a fan of him either, but he got hurt. Brady got hurt during his career. Sat out a full season. Peyton Manning's gotten hurt. I mean, do you like
They've all
the
gotten
list will
hurt,
go on.
not multiple. They've all had, like a season-ending injury. Oh, torn ACL, neck injury with Manning, Kyler Murray, torn ACL. Lamar has not had any of that.
PCL sprain.
Sprained
Got hit into the ground.
PCL.
Got hit in the ground hard. He'll be back for the playoffs, so doesn't really matter.
You don't know that.
He'll be back for the playoffs.
You don't know that.
Lamar's not sitting down in the playoffs. I also think Lamar didn't want to play in the regular season because they were already going to be in the playoffs. So why am I going to rush myself back for a team who doesn't value me? You think the Ravens value Lamar? Do you think the Ravens value Lamar? Say something stupid because
What does
that's
that
already
matter?
been proven.
What does that matter?
Okay. Thank you. Gio, can I hear a couple stuff from you? Because I know you usually bring it during these arguments.
That just Ray just sounds like a dumb dick.
Yep. I like that.
How, Gio? How?
You,
After this weekend, when they lose first round, Sunday night we're getting on here.
Yep.
And
if Lamar plays a great game and someone lets him down, I'll be honest and say that.
all right, and if
Because
he
just
comes
like you
out-
said, in the last podcast, Josh Allen, that loss against the Chiefs wasn't Josh Allen's fault. Okay. Well, then if Lamar plays great Sunday night, it's not his fault they lose. I'm just gonna say, all right, it's not his fault they lost.
okay, and I will admit if he played great and they lost, that it wasn't his
Okay, bet.
fault.
All right, but
But if he comes out and sucks and looks rusty, and
Yep.
Joe Burrow wipes him off the field,
you have a point.
I want to.
No, I'm not. No, you told me they shouldn't pay him. What did
They
you tell me? Right. The grass ain't always greener on the other side. You've yet to learn that. You'll figure it out. Plain and simple, you'll figure it out.
When your ceilings, making the playoffs and maybe winning a game against,
How many
Yeah.
teams in the playoffs win with a wide receiver 3 as their one? List them off right now. Come on, give me them.
that's not my fault.
Crickets. It's crickets like Saturday. It's crickets like Saturday because you can't get rid of Lamar when you don't get him anything to benefit him.
They've tried, and that's on the GM who needs to go also.
Okay. Like I said, name me a couple GMs you want.
How many teams waste first
Name
round
me
picks
some
on 3
GMs.
receivers?
Name me some GMs. Crickets like Saturday.
Billy Bean of the Bills, what's his Brett Veach of the Chiefs, John Lynch.
You're
all great GMs.
Name me GMs you want the Ravens to hire. Who would you like to move on from?
Ben.
I'll name you a coordinator I want. Cliff Kingsbury. I'll name you a receiver I want. Let's see. DeAndre Hopkins, Jerry Jeudy.
Jeudy. When you bring
Yes.
up Jerry Judy's name, that is not going to change anything, Ben.
Better than DeMarcus Robinson. DJ
Done.
Moore. DJ Moore won't change anything? He's not a number 1, is he? He's a number 4. What are you talking about, Ray? When you name me the Kansas City Chiefs associate GM or assistant GM, that doesn't change anything to me because I don't know who he is. You're not giving me a name, and that doesn't help anything. I'm giving you valid names who the Ravens could generally trade for.
Adam Peters.
Remember who?
Adam Peters. Niners assistant GM.
Okay. You did some research because last time you couldn't tell me who he was.
Well, I thought we were gonna have this conversation tonight, but well, now's I guess the time. So
yeah, I'm good at having that. I think the Ravens need to pay Lamar. Gio agrees, and they also have to get him number 1 receiver. You need to trade a number 1 pick for it. People like holding on to the number 1 picks. Why not go with proven talent? That's another thing for me to you. I think Bryce Young and CJ Stroud will be good quarterbacks. They're not going to be better than Lamar, and they're not proven. They are not proven talent. You already have a proven quarterback. You already have one. Who
proven to
wins?
play like shit in the playoffs and
Who wins? Who wins?
what?
Who wins? He wins. Lamar
Regular
Jackson
season
wins.
games. Regular season games, great.
He's 1-3 in the playoffs.
Yeah, 1-3. That's not
He
good.
made it his first 3 years.
Okay, Ben, I'm not denying that. He can make the playoffs. He can't win in them.
How long did it take Peyton Manning to win a playoff game? Because I'm sure, one, if this was the time during Peyton Manning's years, you would be like, I think Peyton Manning is the greatest thing of all time. I love Peyton Manning. He's funny, great guy. Took him 5 years. Lamar won 1 his 3rd year. which I know for a fact you were saying we were going to lose to the Titans that year. I know for a fact you thought they would lose.
No.
Lamar made plays. That's what happened. Lamar makes plays. There's not a better player on the
They
field
made a
Sunday
lot
night
of
than
them when they
Lamar.
lost 17-3 against Buffalo. Yeah, that was great.
Tight game. Got down in the red zone and made a bad pass. Got hit on his head. That's got a concussion. That's all. It's fine. Also made a ton of plays when he won unanimous MVP, which according to you doesn't matter.
No, it's great. It's a great
He was the
regular
greatest-
season award.
Yeah, he's a great quarterback, period. I just can't wait for him to prove you wrong. If the Ravens went on a run in the playoffs this year and made it the Super Bowl, imagine what Ray would be saying. It'll be the next thing. Why can't he win 3? That's the type of person Ray is. Ray's a bozo. Lamar's gonna win Sunday night. And if Lamar wins Sunday night, you can't say anything. Anything. Because you bashed him all year for sitting out. You bashed him for being hurt. And then he comes out and beats Joe Burrow, who according to you is a great quarterback.
You don't think he's great?
Plays with the top 3 receivers.
Oh, so let's trash him because his
Not trashing him.
team.
I just think he has it easier. That's all. Good quarterback, really good. I think Lamar's better.
name me a running quarterback that has won a Super Bowl, Ben.
Lamar will be the first. Number 1. It's the first for everything. Lamar
You
will
know
be the
why?
first.
Because running the football.
Because they're new. Running quarterbacks haven't been around as long as True Pocket. It's not normal. When Michael Vick was doing it, it was like shocking.
Yeah, he won.
There were a
last
few
year.
before him, but not many. It's changed. People have become more athletic over the past few years.
Yeah.
Over the past 20 years. There's change in the world.
Joe Burrow made a lot of athletic plays yesterday.
Yeah, good for him. I was on a flight back from Mexico. Dreadful flight, actually, because we had to sit there. Flight was delayed. Didn't tell us. I sat in the plane. Didn't get to see the game. Watched the video today, and defense impressed me. Ravens got to finish sacks, and if they finish sacks Sunday night, they win. Plain and simple. I've been saying that to stop Joe Burrow, you have to finish sacks. Joe Burrow, if you sack him, sucks. If you take away the dump downs, sucks. That's what it is. So we'll see. I think we win. Actually, we're gonna start on Monday night. Let's give our predictions for the game, right? You want to give your first score total prediction? And be
Yep.
100% honest. Don't say anything stupid. Be 100%
Yep.
honest what you think the outcome of the game will be.
27-20. I think we lose.
Okay. And who plays quarterback?
Probably Lamar. Because if Lamar doesn't play, it's like fucking
Yeah.
28-13 game. Yeah.
At least you know how valuable he is. Okay. Gio?
A touchdown more.
Yeah. At least you know how
24 to
valuable he is.
21. 24 to 21. If Lamar
Okay.
plays, Ravens win. If Lamar doesn't play, 35-3 Bengals.
I think the defense is too good for that, but Anthony Brown just can't fumble at the goal line and throw 3 picks. But next, I'm going to go.
Oh, by the way, that was on Harbaugh. Just take the knee at the end of the half.
I fully agree. Fully agree. I saw an update on ESPN. See, that's one thing me and Ray agree with. You have 38 seconds with an undrafted free agent quarterback who's already struggled, but you know what? Let's chuck it from the 2-yard line.
You run the ball on first down, get like 3 yards, and then you want to come out here, take a sack, and then another, or whatever happened second down, and then 3rd and 15? Oh, with our
Let's have him drop back.
30 seconds left, and Anthony
I got
Brown
the update.
has no pocket presence, can't feel the pocket, which he's a rookie. I mean, so you
Yep.
can't expect
He
him
did
to.
settle in. He did settle in a little bit. I'll give it to him. But I think the Ravens back
against
quarterback situation.
like prevent defense, but that's fine.
Yeah, but he settled in. It's fine. Some quarterbacks struggle against prevent defense.
Like
And he also has a garbage receiving core. So that doesn't go away. However, my set, by the way, Isaiah Likely better fucking be involved Sunday night. He's great. He's very good. He needs to be playing some wide receiver numbers because our wide receivers are so bad. Isaiah Likely's a beast. He better be playing a lot Sunday night. We'll have JK back. I think we beat him. But I'm going to go Ravens 31, Bengals 24. Lamar comes back, shuts up all the haters, and gets the win on the road in Cincinnati. And if he beats Cincinnati in Cincinnati, what can they say? Absolutely nothing. If he puts up 31 points and takes them down, can't say anything. If they win 10-3, or if they win 13-7, 13-10, something like that, It's a defensive win. If they put up 20+ points,
You're not
Lamar gets
holding
to win.
Joe Burrow to below 21 points. You're not.
Fully could. They would have this week if Anthony Brown didn't throw his 8th pick of the game.
Ben, the second half of the game, the Bengals were not trying really.
Let them try. They're playing against a real defense now. Peters will be back. Kelly Campbell makes a huge difference, a humongous difference. If you don't think that, Kelly Campbell's great defensive lineman. If you don't think that, I don't know what to tell you. We're gonna be good this week. Everybody will be back. I think they rested a bunch of guys, which was smart. Cincinnati was so worried. By the way, the Cincinnati fan base, one of the worst I've ever seen. The Ravens were playing dirty yesterday. The NFL is going to get some calls about that. Ray, you're a true notified hater. What do you think about that? You think the Ravens were playing dirty yesterday? You think they were really being cheap?
No.
Okay, thank you. Like to hear that. They were on Twitter saying the NFL is going to have to look into it. All this stuff. I think the Bengals fan base is a group of clowns, and I don't know what else to tell them. I think they cry more than I've ever seen a fan base do, and I just think it was more quiet because we saw them winning the division every once in a while. They weren't doing it, or not the division, the wild card every once in a while. You didn't hear them doing anything. You know, they had the big pass against us in, what was that, 2014? I don't know. Big pass to beat us. The Bengals were quiet. They sucked, and they knew it. Now all of a sudden that they get pretty good team, they think they're the best thing ever. Running their mouth. Lamar goes in there and beats them, shuts all of them up. And I kept my receipts on Twitter, and I kept my receipts from the podcast. I will have it ready to go. When Lamar wins this game, I think we're going to do a thing. So it'll be Sunday night. So it'll be right after the game. I'll probably take some time, especially if we lose, because I will be responding to a lot of people who are trying to critique me, but Lamar should get paid regardless.
No.
If we win this game,
If we
we're gonna do a
lose,
5-minute
I want to know what the excuse is going to be this week.
I'll have the exact reason we lost. I've been pretty accurate with it all year. Giants game, Lamar lost us that game. I'll admit it. We lost the
How
Giants
could you
game
not
because of
admit
Lamar.
that? Like
Because it's 60 minutes of football. Stuff could have changed at any point. Defense could have been better at certain points.
no, it'll
60
be
minutes of football, Ray.
We have no receivers. The coach sucks.
We don't. If Joe Burrow was playing in this offense and was struggling, you would still say Joe Burrow's great. We all know, me and Gio both know what the thing is around it. I'm not going to state it on here. We know what the issue is, why you don't like Lamar, and it's
That
weird.
is not the
You're
issue.
a hater.
No.
You're a hater, and that's all. I
No.
think that's why most people hate Lamar, which is fucking weird. The NFL media needs to change that.
I don't
it's
hate
weird.
Lamar. I just would like him to be reliable all year long.
He is.
He's really reliable the last 6 weeks with me.
Missed 6 games. He'll be back in the playoffs. You said something about season-ending injuries and how tough Joe Flacco was. Yeah, well, you're weird. Do you think he's weird, Joe? Tom Brady dealt with injuries a ton, and he's your favorite. So, I don't know. I really don't know. Because when Tom Brady probably used to sit out, you'd be like, oh, they'll still make the playoffs. Ravens still make the playoffs. Lamar returns, gets the win. And we're all going to agree on this right now. I don't care what Ray says. I know Gio agree with it. We're going to do a full moment of silence when the Ravens beat the Bengals, just for Ray to kind of relax and realize, damn, I'm a fucking bozo. That's the big thing we're going to do.
I'll be happy.
No, you won't. No, you
Yeah, I
won't.
will.
You're one of those Ravens fans who roots against the Ravens.
No, I
It's
don't.
known. We've talked. Gio.
You're literally proving points to not cheer
you.
for the Ravens.
Thank you.
I will cheer for the Ravens. I'm just saying what I think is going to happen. This is our prediction. You've given a lot of predictions today, Gio. I don't know why you're not involved in this conversation. For you go to all the games and watch all the games. You should be just as involved in this conversation as we are. But
you know exactly how I feel.
not really. But
Well, we need to draft a receiver this year and sign one.
let's waste another first-round pick on a receiver.
If Jackson, Smith, and Jigba is there around 12, 13, 14, they need to trade up to draft him. He's a number one. He's elite. Well, we'll see. You don't know that yet. We'll see. By the way, Kyle Hamilton is going to be a great draft pick. He was all around the ball. Kyle Hamilton's a monster. You wanted to note Oweh and Bateman, whatever. Kyle Hamilton is a monster. Isaiah Likely is a monster. This class could be one of the best. It could. Fully could. You disagree?
Who?
This draft class.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, you bashed him for his draft, so I think he's having a really good year this year. Linderbaum finished. I don't pay attention to PFF grades because their statistics are garbage and they think they're better than everybody. However, I saw Linderbaum was rated second on there, so other people are giving him his props. Linderbaum's a great draft pick. True center. We need a center because bad centers hurt Lamar. Got Lamar concussion against the Bills and got Lamar hurt against the Browns last year. So I think Eric DeCosta killed this draft. I know Ray likes the picks, and then we'll say that he didn't, but Ray's right. Any other picks or anything for the day or any other sports conversations we want to have? We talked about Bauer last week, I think.
No, we can
Shoot
give
would be
our
happy.
full wild card predictions tonight when we do our video at 12:30. Are we doing it tonight at 12:30?
Yeah, I'm good to do that. Gio?
Yeah.
Gio?
Yeah.
Still Gio? Or,
What?
Or
You hear me?
Yes, we hear you, but
I said
We're
yes,
waiting.
you dweeb. What? You said
Well-
12:30, and I said yes.
I know what you said. I just don't know if it'd be on tonight. But yeah, actually we'll do that. And we'll make it a video for everybody. I'll kind of like put an edit together for a bracket or something so we can just put out everybody's like full picks. We'll do that every round too. We'll do tonight, obviously we'll do our wild card picks. And we should just do a full prediction.
yeah. Full
Eh,
whole bracket.
Yes. Yeah. And besides that, I think we need to do a prediction every week. Like I said, I'll have the Ravens in the Super Bowl this year. I think Lamar takes them to the Super Bowl this year. So during the day, while you guys have time, put together your full predictions. But that is it. Anything else you guys will talk about?
Nope.
Gio?
Nope.
No, Gio doesn't. Also, shout out to Gio. This is a big shout out. Done with the soccer picks. Those were fucking atrocious. And actually, do you have any soccer picks you like today? Give them out so people can fade them and win.
No.
All right. Well, that is it. We'll be back tonight. Video will be posted tomorrow. We'll have our picks. Have 3 picks for Tuesday. I will also have some playoff wildcard picks and who people have in the Super Bowl. And probably another Lamar argument because Ray is just a true notified hater. But that is it. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow.